Good morning to everyone. So today we will discuss about the topic that is we are discussing previously about the string comparison. First, in string comparison, we have mainly used three methods, that is equal methods, equal to operator, and compare to method. Now at first, what is equals method in string? Mainly the equal method compares the original content of the string. Mainly that if the string is a string literal, or the string is using new keyword, we use the making the string, but it only concentrate about the original content of the string, that what is the value of the string. Equals method only compare that. It doesn't make that if it is used using string literals, either it is used using new keyword. It doesn't concentrate over that. It only compares the original content of the string, means the values of the string, and compares the values of the string for equality. Means if the string is, both the strings values are equal, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So through example, we will see that at first there is a string. We created a string literal using string s1 equal to ec. That means s1 is a variable, string type variable, which has value ec. And we are using four examples here. Through four examples, we can see that it is true or false. We will see that because it originally compares the original content of the string. So first here in example, we have taken four examples. That is, first here we are using string s1 equal to ec, means s1 variable has string type variable which has value ec. Next we use string s2, that is s2 is a variable of string type which has also a value ec. And in case of third, here we see string s3 equal to new string. Now the first two examples are string literal, but here in third example, it is using new keyword string s3 equal to new string, and which has also value ec. Now you can see that first two examples are string literal, and here we are using new keyword. And at last, the fourth example, here we again use a string variable string s4 equal to classes. So here we can see that in three examples, its value is EEC. But in fourth example, you can see that it has value classes. Now, if we use the equal method, then at first, s1 dot equal s2 means these two will be compared. Now, these two have both string literals and it have value, original value is EEC. So the return value will be true. In next case, if s1 dot equals s3, its value will also be true. Now you see here in equals method, it only compares the original content of the string. It doesn't apply that if it is used in using new keyword or using string literal. It only compares the original content of the string. Now here you can see that its original content is EC, and here also its original content is EC. That's why the value is shown true. But in third case, you can see that string s1 equal to EC and string s4 equal to classes. Now these two values, original content value, are not same. So that's why here the false value is shown. Okay, so mainly equals method only compares the original content of the string. It doesn't take that if it is using created using string literal or it is created using new keyword. It doesn't effectively see this. It only effectively see the original content of the string, and based on this original content of the string, it will show the value true or false, means Boolean status. Okay, Next, equal to operator. Now this equal to operator compares the references, not the values. Means equal to operator, equal to operator based on this compares the references, not the values. Like in equal method, in equal method we compare the original content of the string, but in equal to operator we only compares the references, not the original content of the values. That's why if we take this same example, then in that case s1 equal to s2, then the value will be shown true. But in case of s1 equal to s3, the value will be shown false, because in first it is created as a string literal, but it is in third example you can see that it is created using new keyword. That's why the false value will be shown. So it, or it compares the references. So it only compares the references. If its value is true or false, it doesn't based on that. It only compares the references. So if we consider this, then s1 equal to s2. That means because s1 is also created using literal and s2 is also created using literals, so its value will be shown true. But in case of s1 equal to s3, its value will be shown false, because s1 is string literal and s3 is using new keyword we created the references. So the references are different, and that's why its value will be shown false. And in third case, that compare to method. Now in compare to method, compare values lexicographically and returns integer values. Means it is same as that equal method. It's same as that equal method. But in equal method, here in equal method, we can return values using Boolean status. That means true or false. But in compare to method, it compares lexicographically and returns integer values. That means its value will be returned as a integer. And here we compare using if first string is less than or equal to or greater than the second string. So three constants, we use three methods. That is, if the first string is greater than the second string, if the first string is equal to second string, and if the first string is less than the second string. So if s1 equal to s2 means two strings are equal, then first string and second string twos are equal, then the value will be shown 0 because it returns integer values. So its value will be shown as a 0. If the first string, that is here in our example, it is s1, so you use s1, that is s1 greater than s2, then the value will be shown positive. As a return value will be shown positive. Any positive integer values. If the first string is greater than the second string, then the value will be returned as a positive, any positive integer values. And if our first string is less than the second string, then our value will, the value returned will be any negative integer values. So these three methods, mainly we use these three methods, and the differences is as that the first is equal to method, second is equal to operator, and third is compare to method. Okay, so it is clear to everyone. It is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, this is next we will see. Next we will see the string buffer class. Now, first we see the string, but in string we first mention that in string is immutable. That means the values in the string is constant through whole the program. We cannot change it. The string constant value cannot be changed. But here I have mentioned that to solve this problem, Java has provided a class called string buffer class. And this string buffer class is mutable. So in string buffer class is used to create mutable. Now what is mutable means? Mutable means modifiable. We can modify the string, but in string we cannot modify it, and that's why we use string buffer class. String buffer class is used to create mutable or means modifiable string. Now in string buffer class, mainly we use five methods, five important methods. That is append. Now what are the five methods? Append, insert, replace, delete, and reverse. These five methods we mainly used in string buffer class. Now, one by one, I will explain it that what is append method, what is insert method, what is replace method, and what is delete method and reverse method. So first, what is append method? Now in append method in string buffer class, we can use to concatenate the given argument with the string. Through append method, we can concatenate the given argument with the string. In append method, we use as an example, you can see that first to use the append method, we have to create string buffer class object. That is first, you can see string buffer SB equal to new string buffer. That means we have to first, if we have to use string buffer class, then string buffer class object has to be created in our program. That's why this statement is used. String buffer and SB is the, we take SB as the object of string buffer, then string buffer SB equal to new string buffer. And as a value parameter, we send EC. EC is the value we send as a parameter. Now this EC value is of this SB object. Now then SB dot append means next statement we can use string buffer class object dot append method. Dot through string buffer class object we can call the append method. So that's why SB dot append, and here we pass another argument or as a string, that is classes. Okay, we send as a classes. So after that, in we can use system.out.println SB means our total value will be, output value will be shown as EC classes. So append method is mainly used for concatenation of a given argument with a string. Append method basically used as that. So SB.append classes, we can means that after the output will be shown in our object SB, that is of string buffer class object, our value will be EC classes. So that's why when we use system.out.println SB, that means our output will be shown as EC classes. And append method is basically used for concatenation. Okay, so through append method, we can concatenate a given argument with the string. Now, in this example, we have used in string buffer. First, we have created a string buffer class object, and this object has a value EC. After that, through this object, we call the append method, and inside this append method, we passed a argument. After that, when we use system.out.println for printing the object, then our value will be shown, because through append method, these two parameters, the two strings or parameters are appended, and our output will be shown as EC classes. So append method is used for this. Okay. Next, our method is insert. In insert method, we insert the given string with the string at the given position. Means through insert method, we can insert a particular string in a particular position. In a particular position, wherever we want to insert a given string. Through insert method, we do this. Now, its expressions will be used in example. I can explain the insert method working. Now you can see that if we have to use we have any method for string buffer class, then we have to first, one thing you have to remember, that first you have to create string buffer class object. Any method, if you want to use any method of string buffer class, then at first you have to create string buffer class object. That's why in everywhere we are using string buffer sb equal to new string buffer, because it means that at first, if we want to use any method of a class, we have to create the object of this class, because string buffer is a predefined class. And if we have to use the string buffer class object in our program, then we have to create string buffer class object first. So that's why in every method we're using this statement, string buffer sb. This means string buffer class object equal to new string buffer. Okay, so string buffer object equal to new string buffer, and as a parameter we are sending as EC, and as a parameter we are sending EC. Means this value EC is of SB object, string buffer class object. So string buffer class object has the value EC. Then after that we are using sb.append. So sb.append means string buffer class object dot append method. And in this append method, we are passing as a string classes. So our output, the final output will be, when we want to print that final in output, then the system.out.println will print total EC classes. Through append method, we are appending classes to this string EC. So our final value will be EC classes. And after that, when we use insert method, when we call or use insert method, then string buffer class object dot insert method. And this insert method, we are using two part of parameters. First part, here one is defined. This one defines in which one is mainly the position in which this string will be replaced. Now you can see that our example, our final value is EC classes. So here E will be in, this E is in 0 position, this E is in 1 position, and this C is in 2nd position. So this string that is mentioned YouTube, as I mentioned YouTube, this is this string which we are passing, this will be repressed in 1st position. Means this will be inserted into this position. So our value will be E YouTube EC. Now insert method, in those position which we want to insert the string will be inserted, and the previous value which was in that position, it will be incremented or shifted 1 position. That's why you can see that is shifted from 1st to 2nd position, and in the 1st position the string is inserted, that is EU to EC. That's why it is shown as that, because in this string EEC, E is in 0 position, this C is in 1 position, and this C is in 2nd position. Now we are inserting 1st position. This string we are inserting in 1st position. That's why first E will be shown, then next YouTube, that is the string we are passing, then this position the string will be inserted, and this will be E will be shifted 1 position. That's why it is will be in C's position, and C's position will be shifted to 1 position. That is, C will be in 3rd position, this E will be in 2nd position, and in 1st position YouTube, the string which we are passing will be inserted, and this E will be in previous position. That's why the output is shown as E YouTube EC. So that's why this. Okay, so append and insert method is clear to everyone. It is clear. Anyone has any question?
हेलो
हाँ सचिन बोलो।
सर, क्लासेस का वैल्यू कहाँ गया?
ये हम लिखे लिखे नहीं थे, ये क्लासेस, ये मेरा मिस्टेक हो गई, इधर क्लासेस होगा क्योंकि अपेंड होने के बाद ईसी क्लासेस हो गया तो ये जगह में क्लासेस रहेगा, हम लिखने भूल गए थे। ठीक है,
ओके सर।
और कई जगह कोई क्वेश्चन? क्लियर है? सचिन?
यस सर।
अच्छा ठीक है, तो यही मेथड हम लोग ऐसे इंसर्ट मेथड को भी यूज करते हैं। देन आवर नेक्स्ट मेथड दैट इज replace. Now in replace, it replaces the given string from the specified begin and end index. Means it replaces the given string from the specified begin to end index. Now, if we have to use the replace method, here I have not written that, but at first, if any method you have to use the string buffer class, you have to create the object. So this statement will be there, that string buffer class object equal to new string buffer. But here I have not mentioned, I have only mentioned the replace method. So you, when you write that method, you first mention that string buffer class object. Okay, so first string buffer class object is created, and then through string buffer class object we use replace method. Now in this replace method, the parameter is divided into three parts. Now first part of the parameter defines the start index. Second part of the parameter define the end index, and third part mention our third part mention the particular string which we want to replace. Now if we use this sb dot replace string buffer class object dot replace method, then this one is of start index, means in this position e, in this position e, and end index is what I have mentioned, that is 2, means e and c, this 2 will be replaced, this 2 will be replaced with classes, so the value will be shown e classes, means starting index to end index, this position, the previous value will be replaced with the string which we have mentioned in replace method. Okay, so here in our example, if we see that first start index is 1, this value is here, e value is here, and end index 2 is our end index. So our in end index it is mentioned c. So e and c, this 2 will be replaced with this string which mentioned in our replace method, that is classes. So our final value will be this e and classes. So e classes will be our final value. So replace method, mainly replace method, replace the value from starting index to end index and replaces it with the string which we have mentioned in replace method. Okay, so replace method work like this. But in insert method you can see that it is not replaced, the value is shifted, only the value is shifted. But in replace method the value is completely replaced with the string mentioned in the replace method. Okay, so replace method work like this. Next, the method is delete. Delete methods, it deletes the given string from begin to end index. Means it deletes the string. It totally deletes the string from the starting index to end index. Means it will delete the values in the starting index to the values in the end index. So if we consider our example, here in our delete, there will be two parts of the parameter. That is, first part will be the start index, second part will be the end index. So if we consider this example, then here our total value is EC classes. So ECC classes, the classes C. So this will be totally deleted, because here we have mentioned from 1 to 3 the value will be deleted. So E lasses, it will be shown E lasses. Totally delete from the starting index to end index. The value which are mentioned in the starting index to end index, which will completely deleted through this delete method of the string buffer class. Okay, so delete method work like this. And last, our method, which the method is, that is reverse method. Reverse method, it simply reverses the given string. Means reverse method, if our value is EC, our value, output value will be shown as CE. Means it reverses the string. So these 5 methods are mainly used in string buffer class. In string buffer class, we uses these 5 methods. Append method, with which append method concatenate the given string with the string. Insert method inserts the string in a particular position. And replace method replace the given string in the specified starting index from n index. Delete method deletes the given string from begin to end index, that is the mentioned start index to end index. And at last the reverse method simply reverses the given string from from a string. So that means, if in example here I have used easy example, so this value will be replaced. But every time these things you have to remind, that you have to always create when you use the method of these classes, you have to create the object of the string buffer class. And through the object, this all these methods will be called. Okay, so these are the 5 important methods we used in the string buffer class. Now, difference between the string and string buffer class. What is the difference between the string and the string buffer class? The first difference is the string class are immutable. Means those I have mentioned, that the string values which are constant throughout the program, we cannot change it. So string are classes are immutable. Whether in string buffer class is mutable, means it is modifiable. We can modify it. Next, strings are slow, but string buffer class are fast compared to string. Okay. Next, third, it consumes more memory when concatenation too many strings. Now, this means that in case of string literals, I have shown that in string literals, first, the value, if the when we are using creating a string literals, then the value which I have mentioned, JVM will check the value in the string constant pool. If the value is stored in the string constant pool, then the particular memory reference will be given to the string literal. But if the particular value is not stored in string constant pool, then the value will be stored in the string constant pool, and a new memory reference will be created. But when you use, I have shown in previous class that using concatenation method, first, now I have to, again I will show it, that you can see that why more memory, for concatenation more memory is required. Now if we see this example using string literal, first here I have created a string literal s equal to ec, which value is ec. Then JVM will check that if ec is already particularly stored in the string constant pool or not. If it is not in the string constant pool, then the EC value will be stored. After that, when we use concatenation method, then EC classes, concatenation method, we are passing parameter classes. So our final parameter will be, final output will be EC classes. Now this EC classes and EC are not same. So that's why JVM, again, it will JVM created another value in string constant pool, EC classes. And this EC classes has a new memory reference. So for new variable, there will be new memory reference will be created. So that's why we are mentioning that it consumes more memory when you use concatenation method, because through concatenation method our values will be different, and if the values will be different, new memory reference will be created every time. Okay, but in case of string buffer, which we have already seen in string buffer class, using append method, here through append method, new memory reference is not created, which, because if it is pointing SB memory pointed, SB is pointed to EC, then after append method, EC classes will be created. But in case of string literal pool, there will be new memory reference created. But in case of string buffer, this SB will also point EC classes. There is no need to use another memory reference. Okay, so that's why it consumes, string buffer consumes less memory. Okay, next, it overrides equals method of object class. String mainly override the equal method of object class, but string buffer doesn't override equal method of the object class. So these are the main difference of between string and string buffer. But inside this, a particular important method is that it consumes, particularly it consumes more memory using concatenation method during string, because new values will be created. After concatenation, new values will be created and new memory reference will be created. If two times new value will be created, two times new memory reference will be created. But in string buffer class, a particular memory reference will point to the value. That is here SB is also pointed to EC, and SB is also pointed to EC classes. Okay, so that's why it consumes less memory, but string, it consumes more memory. Clear? क्लियर है? अभी तक किसी का कोई प्रॉब्लम या क्वेश्चंस? ऋतिकेश, अमर, कुणाल, सचिन?
नो सर।
क्लियर है? तो समझ में आया कि क्यों इसको ज्यादा मेमोरी रेफरेंस, क्योंकि जितना मेमोरी रेफरेंस क्रिएट होगा, जितना वैल्यूज होगा, क्या होगा, तब उसके लिए न्यू मेमोरी रेफरेंस क्रिएटेड होगा. बट इन केस ऑफ स्ट्रिंग बफर, मेमोरी रेफरेंस जो है, मेमोरी रेफरेंस क्या है, एट ए पर्टिकुलर जो मेमोरी रेफरेंस है वही पॉइंट करेगा. तो इसलिए क्या है, इसमें मेमोरी ज्यादा लगता है, बट हियर इट कंज्यूम्स लेस मेमोरी. ठीक है?
ओके।
Okay. So this is all about our string and string buffer class. Okay. This all are, the string part is all about that, the string and string literals and string buffer class. Mainly these 5 methods are important, which I have shown. There is many methods there, but mainly this 5 methods is used. These 5 methods, mainly we use these 5 methods. Okay. So this our string part is completed. Now today we will start a new topic, that is applet program. Applet, which is in your syllabus, we will start the applet program part. Okay. Now, what is applet programming? An applet is a special type of Java program that runs in a web browser. Applet is a special type of a program that runs in the web browser. But if you consider that in web browser we only open HTML file, then how an applet program we can run an applet program? Now, applet is a such type of a program, such type of a Java program which is embedded in the HTML file. Means in the back end of the HTML file, the applet program runs. Applet is such type of a Java program which runs in the web browser. But normally, in case of normally, we open HTML file in web browser. Then how such type of programs we run? Applet mainly embedded in the HTML file. So when we open the HTML file in the web browser, the applet is also loaded and run. But one thing you have to remember that for using applet programming, we have to use Java enabled web browser. We have to use a Java enabled web browser in applet programming. Okay. To run the applet program, we have to use Java enabled web browser. Otherwise, the applet program will not run. Okay. Applet is a Java class that extends java.applet.applet class. Now, what is this meaning? This meaning is for using applet, we have to import a package. We have to import a package that is java.applet. We have to import a package java.applet. And this applet